What's up, everyone? This is the Corey Cross, and I have not done a video for YouTube in a long time, so I figured I should do that. What's been going on with me? Nothing much. I'm working, playing poker for those of you that know me personally, and today's topic is going to be about a poker session, a 2-5 no limit session that I did recently. But before that, let me give you a quick recap of the year. The year's been going pretty well. It's had its ups and downs. I've been working on my limit holdem and Omaha 8 game. That's going as expected. I'm break even at that level, so that's good for somebody that's new at it. No limit has been going pretty well, except for this most recent session, which is what I'm going to talk to you about. And it was a 2-5 no limit session in Cincinnati. I think I'm going to start playing there more. The game's really loose, and it kind of fits my style. A couple of hands I got unlucky in, and a couple of hands I played poorly. But once I sharpen my game, I think there's a lot of money to be made. Anyway, before we get to the 2-5 session, I signed up to take a quick seat at 1-2 no limit, and I lost a few bucks there. I lost a big pot. I had king, queen, let's say it was under the gun +2, and I opened to 10 and got two callers. Flop was queen high with like queen 6-5 or something like that, and I bet 20 and both guys call. Turn is a diamond. I put a second diamond on the board, and I bet 55, and one guy folds and the other guy calls. He's got like 20 something behind. River's a king of diamonds and looks good, and I put his last 20 something in. He calls and he shows 9-7 of diamonds. He was chasing the gut shot and hit runner for the flush. I mean, that happens. Can't complain. Lost about 100 something on that pot, but got most of it back to finish down about 55, 56 bucks. Nothing major. Got moved to the 2-5 game, and I did get off to a pretty bad start. I didn't play well. Had a bad habit of limping in with like garbage hands, like King X suited a couple times, and got burned both times. So wound up tightening up my game. I was bought in for 500, and it was down to like 300. And I worked my way back up. The first hand that got me back up was I had Ace 10 of hearts, something like that. Ace 10 of diamonds, Ace 10 suited. But one guy limped, and I made a raise to 20 on the button. The blinds both called, and flop was 10 high, and checked to me, and I let out for like 25, small bet. And one of the blinds, he made it 55 to go, 55 total, I mean. And kind of smelled like a bluff, you know. He kind of just didn't seem like the check raise type with a big hand. Seemed like the slow play type. He had done it a couple times already, so I wasn't really worried about his raise. So I flat, and the turn is a blank, and he leaves out for 100. This time I think about it for a second, and I'm like, if he's legit, he'll fire on the river. If not, he's stuck with a decision because I don't have a lot of chips behind me. It's hard to make a bluff when I've only got about 195 left. So I flat it. A river is another blank, and it goes check, and he mucks. Simple as that. So that got me back around even. You know, I kind of floated here and there after that. And then the last hand before I got moved to the main game, I had pocket aces under the gun. That's always sexy. And I opened to 15, and I hit 5 callers, so that's not too sexy. I'm pretty worried. And the flop doesn't make me comfortable. It's like 8-5-4 with 2 diamonds, so, you know, not the sexiest of boards. I check because I don't want to bet here because, for one, I'm out of position. And two, somebody could raise. They could have gotten a set, could have gotten 7-6 suited, could have gotten something like 8-5, 8-4, 4-5. I mean, it was a loose table, so any of those hands were possible. And plus, somebody could have like 3 deuce or 6-3 chasing a straight. and they could check raise. So I wanted to check, and it actually checked around, which was nice. Turn was a deuce. Not the sexiest card in the deck. 6-3 gets there. Ace-3 gets there. You know, it's likely no one has an ace since I have two of them. And one of the blinds, he leads out for 55. And I flat. I'm pretty much going to call off here. If I lose, I lose. But the whole point is to turn my aces into a bluff catcher. Everyone else folds, and the river is an ace. Not too happy with that card, but I look over at the guy in the blind, and he's got this kind of dejected look on his face, and he checks. So I'm like, let's see if I can extract some value out of him. So I fire out 100. He takes, he hems and haws. And he's like, man, I flopped 2 pair, which is exactly why I checked on the flop. And he makes the crying call. I show the set, and he shows 8-5. I mean, whatever. Probably shouldn't have been in there with 8-5, but then again, it's a small raise and a lot of people call, so I probably would have done the same. It moved to the other table, and 2 hands pretty much ended my day. It's kind of unlucky, you know. I had good hands. The first one I probably could have gotten away with. The second one I couldn't. The first one was it's in a small blind with king, queen suited, and that's king, queen kind of did me in today. Under the gun limps, 3 other guys limp. I complete and the big blind checks. Innocent enough, you know. Flop is queen high, and I'm out of position, and I'm smelling a rat, and I'll get to why I was smelling a rat in a minute. I check. Under the gun, he fires out 20. I got a pretty strong hand, so I got something in my mind to check raise, but I'm not feeling the check raise. You know what I mean? Folds around to me, and I flat, and the big blind flats. So, all right, easy peasy. Turns an ace. This is where I could have gotten away from it. I really should have gotten away from it. If I was smelling a rat, this would have pretty much should have shut me down. I check, big blind checks, under the gun, he leads out for like 60. And I didn't pay enough attention to it, but I did flat there. And the river is a king, gives me 2 pair. I'm not really that happy about the 2 pair because the ace from the other hand, like he could have had ace X to give him 2 pair, so I wouldn't have been any good. I check, and he leads out for 100, and I just get it out of the way and call. And he shows pocket aces for a set on the turn, so he had me beat the whole way. The reason why I should have gotten out of there with the ace because the guy really wasn't an out of line player outside of one hand. Like he played one hand pretty strange. Like when we were on the other table together, he limped with ace jack, and this really loose player raised to 25. Several of us called. I had like pocket fours in the small blind, so I flatted too. And it gets back to him, and he goes all in for like 4 something, like 450 or something like that, some insane amount. And the other guy calls him off with ace king, and his ace jack gets there. But other than that, he was really passive, except for when that guy was in the hand. They kind of like known each other for a while, so I should have really stuck with my instincts there because that under the gun limp screamed pocket aces, especially with his post flop aggression. What's weird is he had played a hand earlier with aces. He raised like 30. He was open into 30 and got a lot of callers. That's how loose these tables are. And basically everyone called him, and flop was like jack 10-10 or 10-10 jack, something like that. It's like a small bet. Then the guy bet big on the turn, and the other guy got it all in with him. Turns out the other dude turned a boat, and the initial aggressor on the flop flop trip tens, so and he got out of the way of it. So those bets that he made afterwards should have just set things off. Anyway, the second hand that got me out the door was a pretty simple hand. They only allow under the gun straddles to 10, and under the gun straddle, one got limp, another got limp, and cutoff made it 55. And I'm in the big blind with ace jack, and I flat. I probably should have jammed there. Maybe experience, I don't know. It's hard to say. Anyway, two more people call. Flop is ace jack 10, giving me top two, which is very nice. Checks to the razor. He bets 130, and I only have about 400 left, right, starting with the hand. So I've only got about 350 now. So I know it's gonna get in on the turn. So I don't want to really get cute with a hand like this, especially since there's like two diamonds on the board too. So I jam, folds back to him. He snap calls. He says, "Do we have the same hand?" I was like, "Probably not. Got a feeling you got me beat." Of course, he has king, queen. One of the four hands that beats me. King, queen, set of aces, set of jacks, set of tens. Realistically, only two hands beat me since I've got ace jack. I do not fill up, and that's my day. Anyway, like I said, I enjoyed the session. I enjoyed playing there. I'm definitely going to play there much more often throughout the year. Like, I want to say most of my 2-5 sessions will be in Cincinnati because the money flies. A lot more action than in Tunica. I mean, I'll check out Cherokee because I've never played 2-5 there. But the 1-2 game was pretty tight, so I don't expect much more. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to do more videos this year, and I will talk to you guys later. Actually, before I tell you goodbye, why don't you head over, leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And while you're checking out my channel, check out my Derby Owners Club series. The playlist is in my profile. See me break some records in an old game. Rest in peace to Derby Owners Club. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon.